Well, hey, Tim Vitapka here, another episode of Around Salem, and just a quick little feature today on this concept or tool we've been using out on the lake called DASH, which is Diver Assisted Suction Harvesting. Some of you who are around the lake right now might have seen this modified pontoon boat. It's a bland gray looking, you'll see it go by sometimes when the divers and the crew are going out. They go out pretty slow from from one end of the lake down to where they're going to work for the day. And what they do is they have essentially a machine on board that is in layman's terms, a giant vacuum designed to operate underwater. And I'll give you a look at that. It's a rather noisy contraption when you approach it with a kayak, but they put down a large hose that's manned by a diver who stays down there, and when he identifies the unwanted Eurasian water milfoil, he'll pull it by hand and feed it into the end of the hose, and up it comes, and some other stuff comes up with it, other plant material and silt and so forth. And once it arrives through the hose to the other end on board the other end, another crewman will go through and sift out anything that does not belong in the refuse bucket. So he's only looking for the stuff that we want out of the lake, which is the Eurasian or EWM, Eurasian water milfoil. And that goes in one of the buckets on board, and the other material goes back into the lake where it belongs. That's the natural plant material, or mussels if he finds any of those. Very careful approach. It's done by hand. It takes hours and hours to do a particular section of the lake, but it is very effective because it gets the entire root system of each plant as opposed to just a broken fragment. So they're out there for a good period of time, usually a three-man crew. One diver in the water, and then he'll take anywhere from a 2 or 3 or 4 hour shift and then rotate, because it is exhausting work. So perhaps he'll rotate out, another diver goes in. Sometimes as many as 50 buckets of water milfoil gets harvested in one day, and that has to get trucked to a stump hump, or stump, it's not stump hump, stump dump. I can talk today. Stump dump, and it gets composted and whatnot, far away from any water bodies. So every protocol is taken to keep the stuff out of the lake, and that's essentially it. So what you're looking at there is the boat in action. Three-man crew today, 2 guys up on board, 1 guy sifting, another one tending, and keeping an eye on the diver. And you'll see boom material around there, so anything that bubbles up or floats up is contained within the work area. And our diver there, its company is Swamp Guana. Love the name. And that's headed by Rob Patton, who's been our diver, who's been with us for quite a while here on Salem now. He started out hand pulling water milfoil back when it was first discovered. So he's knows the lake very well, and he's been very busy this summer in various key spots where the infestation is very heavy. Actually, the task right now, as I'm up here in last week of August, first week of September, is what we call the Busy Bay, which is on the northern end of the lake, and he's been able to carve out essentially a clear channel so that folks over in that area can sort of use that as the area to go in and out rather than plow through the water milfoil that might be there and churn it up and just contribute to further infestation. So that's it. I wanted to give you a quick look at what this DASH technology is all about, and what you're seeing when you see that barge looking type craft go by. And we're going to be doing more of it through the fall as weather permits. And if you see them out on the lake, you can wave and say hello, but do give them a clear pathway. Give them some distance. There is a diver in the water. You'll see a little flag there, caution. And don't hassle them. You let them do their jobs. That's what they're there for. And other than that, that's it. So quick little heads up on Dash, and we'll give you some more information as time allows and as other stuff comes up. As always, enjoy your time around Salem. We'll talk to you real soon. Bye now.